Hey y'all, so we're back. Let's just like do a step back into memory lane. Like my makeup used to look like this. It's something gonna come up right here or right here, probably both. Like my makeup, I don't know, a lot of the things like you really just notice from seeing yourself. So if you're not even looking to do like YouTube or anything like that, but you just want to get better at your makeup, my number one thing would be like just start taking pictures of your makeup. My first fail I was doing, I was not wearing foundation, y'all. I wasn't wearing foundation because I don't like foundation. Like I really only wear foundation because it makes my makeup look better. Like it's just something about not having foundation on. Your makeup just doesn't look finished. It just looks like, are you sure you're done? I don't like, to be honest with you, wearing foundation that matches my skin exactly. Like I don't. As you can see here, I'm using two different shades of ColourPop. I like to mix my foundations just because like I feel like it gives me more dimension to my face. Like it looks better like in pictures, in real life. I did also let you guys like ask me some questions that you had, how to find drugstore, like how you find your foundation shade in drugstore makeup, like because you know you can't open the packaging, even though some of y'all do. The best thing about drugstore makeup is that you can always return the makeup even if it is open. Like that's one thing. Like I feel like it's like either CVS or Walgreens. If your makeup is open, you can still return it. So check the receipts, y'all. When in doubt, I would rather pick the shade that's a bit darker than the shade that I think matches me perfectly, because I don't even like that anyway, or the shade that is a little bit lighter. Because then you can kind of work with that. Like you can kind of work with your concealer, maybe add something that you have at home to lighten it up a little bit. But once you go too light and that's the only shade you have and you're using it all over your face, it's kind of a wrap on that. How to like correct like dark circles or darkness on the face, this right here. Get you some color corrector. Like we are not putting this stuff on just for fun. You think we want to be up here looking like Ronald McDonald in front of y'all? We don't. Specifically for like dark circles, you want to get like orange. Like I think if you have like redness, you want to get like a green corrector or something like that. I use the LA Pro Girl one because it's just like so easy. Start off with a little bit until you get comfortable with it. Sometimes I put it on before I put on my foundation. It's really just a preference. For me, it's really just what I remember. One thing that I used to do with my concealer, I'm gonna demonstrate it on the other eye. So you see how I have it kind of like spread out. This is really important if you're using like foundation that's darker. Like you see how I have it winged out. It's kind of overlapping where I put the foundation. Before, I would really just do like this, and I would just put concealer right there, which I do for day to day. But if I'm going for like a full like contour, highlight, snatch look, like you're gonna need to bring that down, bring it down and bring it out. And like again, this is just my personal preference. This is how I like my makeup look. I like to really highlight and brighten under my eyes. So you know, if you don't want it to be this bright, obviously tone it down a bit, but that's what I like to do. I also didn't put my concealer in other places other than under my eyes. Like I maybe did it on my nose and on my forehead, but I wasn't as like strategic, I guess, because like you're like painting your face. Like people don't say painting your face for no reason. Like you are literally painting your face. See, like once you blend it out, like it looks so much like you can't even, I won't say you can't even tell right now, but it's less noticeable, like the different shades of foundation that I put on, you know? I was also too only using like one concealer shade, which there's nothing wrong with that if that's the look that you go for. But to achieve something like this, like which is my favorite makeup look to date that I've done, I love this look. If you want to, well for me, if I want to achieve something like that, like multiple concealers are coming out. They just start. This is like one of the first concealers I really like used and like started buying multiple colors in. This is dark number 40. So I use like a much lighter one, like right here, right under my eyes. Some people do like a little bit, like a little dab. I just go all out. I'm not spreading it as far out as I did the other one. I'm really just keeping it right here because my focus is my inner corner, like under my eye. And ColourPop, like just in general as a brand, they are a great brand to like start out with, test out with. And I just learned this recently, is setting my concealer before I bake. You don't want to just apply concealer to or apply like a setting powder to a wet or a semi-wet concealer. So first you're gonna want to like pat everything out, make sure there are no creases, because once you put the setting powder down, like that's it, girl, you set it in place. And then you want to go on with just like a little bit of setting powder on top before you bake. I don't really know, I can't remember how I was doing it before, but I know it looked trash on camera. And the thing is, back then I was really trying to hype myself up, like, girl, it don't look that bad. It don't look that bad. You're a hardest critic. It looked terrible. So when I bake, I kind of follow like the same pattern that I do like when I lay down my first concealer. Just bring it down the nose and bring it out. I bring it up the sides of my nose a little bit. And then I also apply wherever I placed concealer. And then I do a little bit right here. This just helps with like contouring and highlighting and whatnot. I used to use my beloved Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. Like, I swore by it. It was so ashy. Like, it looked decent in person. Like, decent, like, barely. But on camera, it looked really ashy. Like, real ashy. I'm about to do my shadow. And I used to always have so much crazy fallout because I wasn't doing my shadow correctly. What happened back there? Ooh, I'm a little warm. I didn't know I needed to put down like something to catch the fallout so that when I wiped it away, it didn't leave like a smear all over my eyes. So that's what I have that there for. It really just helps like when you wipe it away, like everything just goes away easily. Now onto my shadow. Why was y'all subscribing? I appreciate it, but why? Because my shadow used to be trash bag. Now the first thing like I learned very quickly is like a crease color, transition color is like key. You need to have one. And for me, it just makes my eyeshadow colors blend together, whether I'm doing like a super natural or neutral lid, or if I'm doing like a super bright pigmented lid. Like, I need one to really like get it going and get the colors mixing and mingling like I like. And that comes to blending. So like, you need to blend. There's no such thing as too much blending. Don't think you're overdoing it. Blending is like, the more the better. Like, it's no overages in blending. And like, my eyeshadow before was just not very blended. It was patchy. Concealer on the lids will do you wonder. When you're actually about to go in with that next color that you want to show up pretty bright, or you, not even like a bright, it doesn't have to be a bright color, but just a color that you want to show up and you want to see, put some concealer down first. And it doesn't have to be a cut crease, you can blend it out, and I just use my finger. It just makes your shadow look so much better. We weren't even recording. Okay, luckily that was like the last little tip I gave y'all. I'm no expert at my makeup, just ignore my church fan. I'm no expert at my makeup, but it definitely looks better than this. Can we agree on that? Like, it looks better than it was 2 years ago when I first started. I hope this was helpful. I hope I answered all of you guys' questions that you had. As usual, I will link below. I did not even put mascara on. As usual, I will link below to all the products. And subscribe, y'all. We have a giveaway coming up at 1,000. Follow me on Instagram. My name is Niara Alexis on there. And I will see you guys next time.